Once more, we'll have real estate learning, this time while on a business trip to Beijing, China. A few hours break gave me the opportunity to explore a special district that once upon a time equipped destruction through its war factories, but now nurtures creativity. The place is known as 798 Arts District, or 798 Art Zone. It sits on a decommissioned war factory complex with each building with a number as its name, hence 798. Still unknown to many, thus it is surprising to learn that it is already the third most visited destination in Beijing. It receives more than 3 million visitors yearly, ranking next only to the Great Wall and the Forbidden City. How did it evolve from a warfare industrial complex to a mixed-use creative hub? It was built in the 1950s under a military-industrial cooperation project with the Soviet Union. In the late 1980s, it ceased operation and was rendered obsolete. It was taken over by a state-owned real estate firm charged to lease out the abandoned buildings. Struggling to find tenants initially, the opportunity came in the mid-1990s. The contemporary Chinese artists apparently were evicted from their old neighborhood close to the Summer Palace and discovered the spacious, naturally well-lit and cheap rentable spaces in the industrial complex. The art community since started to grow. The factories were perfect as workshops and studios for the painters, sculptors, designers, publishers, and other creatives. Soon enough, a community grew from it with galleries, boutiques, event places, cafes, bars, restaurants, and quirky thrift shops sprouting about. Fast forward decades later, it came under pressure for redevelopment. Studies were conducted and Sasaki, a design firm known for architecture, interior design, urban planning, landscape architecture, landscape branding, etc., was tasked to create a vision plan for it. They came up with an alternative solution, which is to retain and enhance the art zone, promote it, and build complementing higher revenue mixed-use buildings around it. Sasaki, in 2018, won the Pierre L'Enfant International Planning Excellence for their output. In this video, I'll show snippets of their work and photos I took while on a stroll around the art zone. This is while we learn about the real estate development lesson on adaptive reuse. So what is adaptive reuse? Adaptive reuse refers to the utilization of old buildings for new purposes. This is while they keep their historical and architectural character. It is a form of recycling and hence considered green development or sustainable in character. It prolongs the life of a building and usefulness of the construction material from which it was built. It saves on new material, water, and energy needed in totally new construction. Savings can also be had in avoiding demolition costs, which can run as high as 5 to 10% of the total development costs. Not all buildings are candidates for adaptive reuse, though. The owners, planners, and developers need to ensure that the outcome is viable and purposeful, serving the market and the community while generating revenue. Certain structures or areas are relevant culturally and historically, with architecture that speaks of stories of a community and generations of people. Real estate values are not just proportionate to the floor areas, but the immeasurable spirit, energy, and character of a place. The attraction creates demand, and from the center outwards, multiple other new developments can be planned and built. Such is the case for 978 Art District. I hope you learned something new and useful. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button. Thank you.